It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Oh man, the excitement on set right now is at an all-time high. This past weekend for me was absolutely amazing because I got the chance to go sit in the theater and to check out Puss in Boots: The Last Wish on your recommendation after you had watched it, and it was absolutely magnificent.
You have eyes and ears, that's your recommendation. You saw how amazing it was just from the tasters and all that kind of stuff.
We actually have Puss in Boots in the studio. Can you come and stand? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
look at this. Holy frijoles. Who's your favorite fearless hero? Oh man, we are like kids right now, but this is, you'll understand why once you check out some of the scenes, right? And you're very impressed.
Yeah, absolutely. But tell you what, let's let Antonio Banderas speak for himself, because what a good voice actor he is. He can do all the kind of speaking he likes. There was so much good voice acting in this.
Absolutely.
He's one of them though, so let's look at a really long featurette for Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which has been out and which you should have seen, but this should be impetus enough for you.
Okay, look.
Ha! I am Puss in Boots. I laugh at death. I am known by many names. The Stabby Tabby, El Macho Gato, the Leche Whisperer. I am Puss in Boots.
It's amazing to bring Puss in Boots back to the big screen. It's just nothing but a joy.
There's a charisma that Antonio does perfectly.
Welcome to my fiesta. This will revolutionize trouble. Watch.
He's bigger than life in everything he does.
Hey, this is a party. Where's the music?
All of the thrill and all of the adventures. Oh my God, I absolutely loved it.
The legend will never die.
Puss in Boots is on the last of his 9 lives.
It's the first time that he knows that death is a possibility.
The wishing star could get me my lives back.
But every fairy tale character are after this wishing star too.
I mean, you can imagine who wins.
I just love the smell of fear.
Hello, Mrs.
We're looking for the legendary Puss in Boots. Have you perhaps seen him?
Goldie, is this him?
Who is this guy?
I'm Puss's best friend.
And you are Soft Paws. Kitty's Soft Paws.
Oh, look at her. Am I doing it?
It is more beautiful than you can imagine. It is
Super fun.
What? What's funny?
It just makes you feel good when you look at life through a positive lens.
Adventurous, energetic, exciting, cute.
It was, for me, the most spectacular of all this time.
Hey, you want to see something cool? Good people, accept this golden gift from Puss in Boots.
All I can say is, holy frijoles! Oh man, I absolutely loved this movie. Oh, and watching that again, you've gained just another level of appreciation for the voice acting and the amount of work that these artists put into creating the emotions that we experience.
One of my constant whines that I always have is like, oh, why did they cast, Tom Cruise to voice the shoe in this movie? Like, that's just a weird example.
Yeah.
Like, you know, Kat, that there's a difference between an actor versus a voice actor. You've done voice work, it's a different ball game completely. Antonio Banderas, however, seems to be an all-rounder at the ball game. He can do full body, live action, and he can do voice work like I've never heard anyone else do before. Truly, we need to protect the guy. Have science find a way to give him 9 more lives, because Antonio Banderas is one of our greats and really pulls out all the stops to do this. There's another voice in there, Wagner Moura, by the way. Everyone's been talking about the big bad wolf.
Yes.
This guy previously from Narcos and a bunch of other series like that too, but I think really makes his sort of like American kind of debut on this.
Yes.
One of the scariest voices you've heard, right? Oh, you saw it this weekend.
Yeah,
Tell me.
he embodies the character of death, essentially, which you wouldn't kind of like expect, but obviously goes along with the storyline, but he does bring along that
menace.
Mortality, that...
Yeah, palpable fear, man.
Yes, exactly. Oh, death is at my door and wants to claim my life. What choice do I have?
This really
But luckily,
traumatized you.
Yeah, Puss in Boots goes through all of those emotions. You know, you see his smile now next to me, but look at that. Those are some of
That's an absolutely good point. Is like the character is, of course, he's swashbuckling and all that predictable stuff. But like what really touched me was, you know, obviously everyone's trying to deal now with like questions about mental illness and all this kind of stuff, and the kind of corny ways people are doing that, in really heartfelt ways. He has a panic attack at one point where he just runs into the forest and the puppy puts his head on his tummy. So they're really heartfelt, cute, hilarious scenes as well too.
Yes.
But tactile action that really puts to shame a lot of the action movies we've even seen this year, guys. And something that I've said before, and that I'm not the first person to make an observation about, because everyone sort of is saying this, is that this movie, it really looks like it took its lead from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which was a masterpiece, and I'm sure you'd agree. It's like, that movie told everyone, animators, guys, you can do what you want. Set your mind free. And Puss in Boots, ridiculously, is a movie that's 10 years old. It's a sequel to a spin-off from Shrek. Donkey didn't even get his own movie. Donkey's going to be complaining about that. Donkey deserves his own movie. Don't they, DreamWorks? Anyway, Puss in Boots, The Last Wish, is like, all the odds are against it to be a good movie. There's no way this should have been this good, and yet, the animators, the director, the voice actors, everyone said, you know what, guys, let's do it. And took their lead, like I said, from Spider-Verse. You see some of this kind of stuff, like you see really smooth animation, you see really tactile animation, they're beautiful little paint strokes in the finer details, and they purposely drop frames at some point so that you get that tactile sort of like kind of feeling when you're looking at some of these action scenes. So anyway, look, the action's amazing, the heart to it is amazing. I don't want to abuse that word amazing too much, but amazing. Antonio Banderas, amazing. Salma Hayek, amazing. All of these people.
For me also, just like the overarching story, amazing. A true depiction of
the bravado of masculinity as well.
No, but like, forget that. For me, it's like life, because, you know, if you know the story more or less, he's
Shall we fold him in? So
yeah, it's not a spoiler.
He's burned through 8 lives. You learned this from the trailer already. And he was like partying through all those lives, using them carelessly, and now on his last life, he has to find a way to make a last wish to set it all back to the way it was.
Yes, and initially that's what he wants, but then he's faced with that dilemma. Am I going to act cowardly and do that, or am I going to face my fears head on and then become the real legend that I've always been saying I am? Take your battle.
Digesting
Charge
that truth, like gazpacho.
You know,
we're clearly losing our minds. I don't know if I'm getting, you know, if you have too many cats around, if you're a cat person. Like, are we even talking to people right now? Cat and I, we're getting really deep into this. Tell you what.
But you got another video clip for us.
Yes, and we've been talking about the wolf. We've been talking about Wagner Moura. I kid you not, South Africans and whoever else you are, maybe felines if you're watching this too. Wagner Moura, the wolf in Puss in Boots, is the scariest aspect in cinema in 2022. If you have a little one, you're literally going to have to guide them through it and say, dude, it's scary, but some scariness, I think, is important in kids' movies, because you have to have an obstacle you're either trying to get around, push through, or say, I'll fight that battle another day. But here's the first interaction between Puss in Boots and Wolf. Yeah, you keep bouncing in the meantime. We're going to get scared.
I never do this, but can I get your autograph? Been following you for a long time. Sign right there.
Puss in Boots laughs in the face of death. Bounty hunter.
So I've heard.
You will find your reward does not come easily. This I tell you.
Everyone thinks they'll be the one to defeat me. But no one's escaped me yet.
All right, let's get it over with. Fear me if you dare.
Oh, and then the battle that ensues thereafter, epic proportions. Fear me if you dare.
And an instant grumpy cat. Like, dude, this is how much we're into it. We were watching this and we were saying line after line, like commenting on the movie we had both seen and likely will go both see again. Seriously, guys. Oh, popcorns, of course. Score
yes, how many?
Look, this guy, who cares what he says? You go see it for yourself. But 9 out of 10.
Holy frijoles!
Holy frijoles! Let's go for gazpacho. Puss in Boots, The Last Wish is one of the most impressive animation you're going to see in years. One of the best action movies you've got in 2020.
Controversial question that I'm about to ask you. Is this going to peak up to the levels of The Lion King?
Next segment, please.
Ooh, it was too much. All right, well, go and see it. Let us know what you think about it. But right now, a chance for you to win something really cool.